Hello friends, in this video we are going to look at the properties and some uses of hydrogen. Hydrogen is a colorless and odorless gas at room temperature and it's the first element in the periodic table. When you look at hydrogen as an element, it occurs as a diatomic molecule with mass number of 2, and this makes it the least dense of all gases. As such, it used to be used as a gas that fills the airships some time back. However, this application came to a standstill when the Hindenburg airship caught fire in May 1936. In the universe, hydrogen is very common, especially in the sun, in the stars, and in our planet Jupiter. It occupies a very big percentage. However, on Earth, hydrogen can be found in compounds like water, fossil fuels, and even in living things. One practical application of hydrogen is that it's used in the industrial manufacture of ammonia gas, which can then be used in the making of fertilizers. In this process, usually nitrogen is reacted with hydrogen gas in presence of a catalyst. It is also used in the purification of fuels, especially sulfur-containing fuels, because sulfur is a bit poisonous in such a way that when they use hydrogen to remove sulfur, the sulfur will tend to react with hydrogen to form hydrogen sulfide, a gas that has a rotten egg smell. Hydrogen can also be used in formation of margarine. In this case, usually they hydrogenate vegetable oils, and in the process they turn these oils into fat known as margarine. The H in the pH scale denotes hydrogen. We usually use hydrogen ions or hydroxonium ions to determine the pH of a solution. Whenever the pH is below 7, that solution tends to be acidic. Hydrogen as an essential for life, it's not that common because hydrogen usually occurs in combined state as methane, as water, and other compounds. As such, it's hard to have free hydrogen gas. That's why in air, hydrogen occupies a very, very small percentage. When you look at the reactivity series, hydrogen will not be able to react when it's in an acid, or elements below hydrogen in reactivity series, they will not be able to displace hydrogen when we try to react them with acids. However, those that are above hydrogen, like zinc can react with hydrochloric acid to produce hydrogen gas. However, some metals like lead, which form insoluble salts, like lead sulfate when reacted with sulfuric acid, and aluminium will not be able to react with acids because aluminium tends to form a very insoluble layer of aluminium oxide that will prevent reaction between the acid and aluminium. However, elements above hydrogen will be able to react with the acid to give off hydrogen gas. When you look at coal, fossil fuels, and maybe natural gas, in the aspect of using them for fuel, you realize that all of these, whenever we try to burn them, we shall produce carbon dioxide gas, which is quite challenging because it tends to increase the global warming on this earth. However, hydrogen could do some good work because when hydrogen is burnt in air, we form water. And water having no serious negative impact on life, it could be a good source for fuels. However, the process of obtaining this hydrogen requires to be somehow renewable. As such, hydrogen could be a good fuel for the future. Obviously, scientists are trying their best to start obtaining energy from hydrogen. When you look at hydrogen, hydrogen has basically 3 isotopes. The first one being protium, in which it has 1 proton and 0 neutrons. We have the heavy hydrogen known as deuterium, and in this case we have a neutron and a proton. And lastly, we have tritium, which has 2 neutrons, 1 proton. These 3 isotopes are an example to show that actually hydrogen has what we call isotopy. It exists in different forms of the same atom. So when you look at hydrogen, man is trying to obtain energy from reacting these heavy atoms of hydrogen, the isotopes, so that he can somehow replicate the process that occurs in the sun so as to produce energy, because this kind of fusion reaction could provide energy that fusion with you could not, because it somehow wastes in terms of radioactivity. So science are trying to convert reactions of fusion whereby they combine 2 hydrogen atoms to give off energy, just like the sun does it till today. Yes, thank you for watching and see you next time.